So right off the bat with the packaging, you can see that it just has a pretty simple, plain white box. Nothing really too much in terms of fun marketing materials, but for a simple case, that's totally fine. We don't really need to have any of the crazy cases, kind of like the last Peel case had. If you watch that video, it'll be in the upper right-hand corner. You can go check that one out. Massive disappointment. Not to be any spoiler alerts, but you guys can watch it for yourself and make your own decisions. So this case does feature military grade protection, air cushioned corners, which we'll get into after we unbox it, and MagSafe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what the case looks like. So it does come with this really nice opening flap that you can just pull up, and then the case pops out and comes in a little sleeve. We can take that out. Here's the case. It does come with little plastic coverings on the front and the back on the inside. Ooh, that's actually a very satisfying peel there. So as you can see, it is a glossy / dark tinted case, kind of like a see-through case is supposed to be, but just with that black accent. And you can see immediately the white mag ring, and you have the little extra mag down there for locking in any wallets or anything that's not necessarily a circle that you don't want slipping around. So super nice to see. On the side, you can immediately see that we do have the black sapphire capture button. I really liked using the silicone case from Apple, but I'm just not a fan of the lack of protection Apple gives, and the silicone that kind of attracts a lot of dust and gets scratched and things like that. So hoping this case can do the trick as well. On the side here, you can see you have your on and off switch, and it does come with actual buttons, but it does have the little cutouts, so it's not fully integrated in. So you are going to get some dust or anything from your fingers inside there. So inside your phone might get a little bit dirty. On the other side, you do have your volume rockers, same type of button situation, along with your action button, which is the exact same thing. On the bottom, you can see full cutouts of the USB-C charge port and your speaker rockers right there. Full rectangular cutouts, so you're going to get full sound. They're not the little pinpoint cutouts that you see on some cases, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. I do understand them and they let less dust in, but I'm a bigger fan of these cutouts to get a fuller sound. And then also on this side, right on the bottom of the capture button, you do have a little lanyard slot. So if you wanted to plug that in, if you're going on a boat or something like that, or out on a hike and you just wanted to have it on your wrist or around your neck or anything like that, you can do that with this case. And then on the inside, it does say that it has air cushion technology, which I don't know if you can see right there, and I'll try to zoom in the post edit, but there is a little bit of like square air cushion. You do have that on all four corners as well. So you do get military grade protection, so you're not going to need to worry about dropping your phone from maybe like pocket height up to like 5 or 6 feet. I don't think they specified actually how big of a drop the phone can have, and that's protects for, but standard military grade is nice. And then on the back, you do have a black MagSafe ring, goes with the case. It is a nice touch. You see a lot of the clear ones having white rings, which makes sense. But since I do have the black iPhone 16 Pro Max, it is just nice having black all the way around. And then you also have your camera protection. We'll go over how much protection this actually gives and how far over the cameras it actually goes, but I'd assume it does the job just like every other thing has, and it is very sturdy right there. In terms of movement of the case, on the bottom you get less movement than on the top, but that could be because you do have your camera button here and a little more protection on that. But all in all, really good. Not a lot of bend left to right. Forward you can bend a little bit, but not much. It is very sturdy and seems like it's going to be a very protective case. So let's go ahead and pop the phone in. You get some nice clicks there. Make sure every single corner is in. The grippiness of the back, I would say, is fair. It's not the most grip I've ever felt, but it's definitely going to get the job done in terms of, not worrying about dropping your phone. I can, go like this, slide my fingers, and they grip pretty well. The outside of the phone is great. There is a lip on top of the side, so if you do drop your phone on the front, it is going to have some amount of protection there. And even having a screen protector on my phone like this, it doesn't jump up or get in the way at all, which is great to see. You do get a little cutout there for your speaker when you're on the phone. And then looking at the buttons, you see they are cut out perfectly and they do give a really nice click. The buttons feel great, all that. And we will get into the camera button in a little bit. And then on the back, you can see that camera ring goes all the way around. Good amount of protection. You can see there that it does go up a fair amount, pretty standard on any phone that you see. So it's going to give you drop protection on the camera and protect those lenses. And then I don't know if you can see this right here, but on the corners, you do have a little lip as well, which is nice. So I'm not sure if that limits, how much wobble it has. It really doesn't at all. This phone's extremely wobbly. So not a big deal there, but it is on all four corners. So you are going to get a little bit of corner protection on that as well. All right, let's get into the main feature of this case that everyone is talking about and why people wanted me to review it and why I wanted to review it myself. And that is the Sapphire camera button. The camera button and the cutouts on all cases is a big contentious point between users of the iPhone 16s. A lot of cases are doing cutouts, whether it be a full cutout around it, which I'm currently using on my daily driver, the Limitless 6.0. Check out that video up above as well. Some people aren't happy about that and they just want the oval cutout, but sometimes I feel that it's hard to get my finger in there and you really got to kind of get the skin of your finger in the right way and get the precision touch. So having the camera button is what everyone really wants, and this one has it. It does have a black button, matches the case. Nice to see, and the white one has a matching white. So if you wanted the clear or white case, you can get that as well. So just pressing it once, that has a really good click. I'm gonna just click it. So if you heard that, that is a really substantial click. And I would say it does better than the iPhone's click, the actual case from Apple. It's very responsive on the side here. You can move your finger up and down, and there is not really a lip around it. So you can slide your finger past, be able to quickly get into any setting you want, and you do feel the haptic feedback through that. So that's really nice to see. I'm a big fan of this button right now. So if you were going to pick a case solely based on a Sapphire button, I would say out of the ones that I've tried so far, this is the top. I think it does the best, and the quality of the material and feel of the material really makes the phone come alive and just feel like it's in a quality case that doesn't skip on anything. You're going to be getting protection along with the camera button. The only thing that I would say is a zonk is the side button cutouts. I would really like to see those fully integrated and not having this little indent here where dust or skin particles or any oils can get through there after use or just being in your pocket. It's not the biggest deal in the world, and you guys might not have the same preferences as me, so just take it with a grain of salt. That's just my preference. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about the buttons, and let me know what you think about the camera button or just the case in general. Give it a 9.5. I really don't see many things wrong with it besides my personal preference of the buttons. The texture is great. You do get the corner protections. These little added protections on the back is really nice touch and isn't going to get in the way. The feel on the sides and bulk in your hand isn't there at all. So it just feels almost like a slim case, but with protection. It's not going to be bulky in your pocket or too heavy, which is great to see. In terms of MagSafe, you do see the MagSafe ring, and we'll put the MagSafe that we always put on and test that out. As you could hear, it really latches on that. And let's give it a good bounce. And that is not budging at all. There's no movement on the case. You can move this up and down. There's a big tug when it comes to getting this thing out. So you do have full functionality of MagSafe. Anything on there, if you're worried about a wallet in your pocket coming off, I wouldn't worry about that. I think this is going to be one of the best cases for MagSafe strength, as long as the wallet's magnet is strong. This Taurus ring I have has a really strong magnet to begin with, but I do like it to test and keep everything the same. And you guys can go between videos and see, the differences between the MagSafe. And I think you're not going to have any worries with the MagSafe, and charging, you're going to get full speeds. So all in all, I really like this case. As I said, I gave it a 9.5. I think anyone is going to be happy with it. There are really no downsides to it at all. The color is great. I don't think there are many color options for getting one with the camera button. I think it is just black and clear right now, but maybe throughout the year they're going to be coming out with more colors. I don't see why they couldn't, since this one's just glossy and the other one's clear. If they can do glossy with this, you can do glossy with any color. If you want to pick this case up, I will have a link down below. It does support my channel, just to let you know. Let me know your thoughts on the case if you guys picked it up, if you guys have been looking for it. I think I ordered this case 2.5, 3 weeks ago on Amazon, and it just came. So it is back ordered because of how popular it is. They really knocked it out of the park, and it completely makes sense why there is a wait on this case. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and support the channel. We're on our way to 200 subs is our October goal. Hopefully we can hit that. Any support you guys give, liking, comments, and subscribing helps the channel grow. I really appreciate you guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.